Hi, hello. This is something new that I'm going to be trying. It's playing Japanese games and trying to learn some Japanese from them. This is something that's been done before, but I'm kind of going a little more like a let's play, just like a normal, hey, I'm going through this and this is what I'm seeing. As you can see, I've got some tabs here. Sometimes I'll go through it beforehand and maybe I can pick out specific things and try to focus on them so it's not too rambly. But for the most part, it's just me going through it like I do normally, playing alone and looking at, what's this word? I've never seen this word, or, what's this grammar? How's this grammar work? Stuff like that. So I'm starting with a flash game because, as some people may know, Flash is going to be discontinued on December the 21st. It is December the 8th. So unless this creator, the creator of this website and of these games, decides to update these, which he started on Sign here, his newest Flash game. He decided to make it outside of Flash. But these other ones are still just Flash. Unless he decides to recreate them, they're going to be unplayable, I guess. So that's what I'm doing. So let's start. Alright, we're going to start with just this paragraph, because these kinds of things take a bit of time, I think. But this is the description of the game, and the name of the game is Elements. And let's start with reading it. あなたはなぜか鍵にかかった部屋に閉じ込まれています。隠されたアイテムを見つけ、謎を解いてここから脱出しましょう。So, what does this mean? I guess let's start with this one. So, あなたは you. あなた means you, as you can see here. And that's pretty basic. So you might know this already. And then we have wa, which is a particle, just as you are the topic, or you are the subject, you're what's important here. なぜか somehow, for some reason, without knowing why. あなたはなぜか whatever. You, for some reason, this is kind of small, kind of hard to read, but it's kagi, which means key or lock. Kagi no kaかった部屋にkagi no kaかった means, or kagi no kakaru or whatever. I'm not sure. Well, let's check. I guess it's that. That means locked with a key lock. Heya, room. Ni tojikomarete imasu. So here's the first interesting grammar. Kagi no kaかった heya. This is a verb. However, when you stick a verb right before a noun, heya, room, which is a noun, when you stick a verb right before it, the verb modifies the noun. So it works like a adjective or something. And we have that in English. I'll return to that because we'll see it one more time in this paragraph. But kagi no kaかった heya. So that means a door that's locked with a key. The lock with a lock and key. Ni, in this location, tojikomarete imasu. Oh, I misread that. Tojikomerarete imasu. You've been locked into. You, for some reason, have been locked into a room locked with a key. And that's Japanese. Things are out of order. It's kind of the basic like tip is to start from the end of the sentence and then go back. But sometimes it's like, well, no, start from the beginning and then go to the end and then go back. So that's one of these cases, I think. If you just start it from the end, it'd be like locked in room with a key. For some reason you are. And you know, that's not how you read it. But you get the idea doing that too. So I was going to talk about this word right here. Tojikomeru. You can see that it's like, it's two words. It's two verbs put together. And this is interesting for two reasons. The fact that they're two verbs put together makes it something that I think we have in English. And I'm not sure, I think there's a name for it in Japanese. I don't know, I can't remember. But in English, we have something called phrasal verbs. You can see, you can read there. And maybe we can find some examples here. Look out, look up, make after, make towards. I've never heard make after or make towards. But okay, make up, make out, pass away, pass by, pass out. These are like, really, they're one word. They're not two words. You know, when we think of them as one thing. I'm going to pick him up. You're not picking an up. You're going to pick up. It's one thing. But it's two words to make one thing. And so Japanese has this as well in the form of these things. Tojikomeru. And just like with English, any two words usually have the ability to be stuck together like this. Some words more commonly, like komeru, is a very commonly stuck at the end of these kinds of words. Here are some other Japanese examples. Toru, to take, with modosu, to return, torimodosu, to take back. Kiri, cut, dasu, to let out, or to come out, I guess, I don't know. Kiri dasu, to cut out. And then here are some examples of komu being at the end of things. Moshikomu, tobikomu, tsukomu, omoikomu, tokekomu. There are a lot of them. But it generally means like in, go in. I'm not sure about that one, but this one, to jump in, leap in, to thrust into something. Melt into, dissolve into, hikomu, to draw back, sink in. That's kind of what that word is. So let's get on to the next sentence. Kakusareta aitemu o mitsuke, nazo o toite, koko kara dasshutsu shimashou. Alright, so kakusareta means to hide or to conceal, to hide basically. Aitemu. What does that sound like? It sounds like item. It just means item. Aitemu o mitsuke, to discover. Mitsukeru, to find. Here's another example. Just like kagi no ka kaった部屋, you have kakusareta aitemu. So, hide item, hidden item. And just like the last point, we have this in English as well. And I'm not really sure what to call it. I think I'd consider it a relative clause, but first let's look at some examples here that I think are good. Using verbs as adjectives, they'd also call it a descriptive verb, I guess. Who knows? Mark was pleased with the finished project. the finished project. It describes the project. It's finished. The woman held a sleeping baby. Sleeping, a verb, describes the noun, baby. The washed sneakers. I think you get it. Here's a few more examples. Interested parties, exciting game, uneaten food. And then here's what I would consider it, a relative clause. This is how I found it. This is how I found examples in English, and I was able to like, oh hey, I understand this grammar. I know what it is. It's not quite the same, but you could think of it as a relative clause. I think so. I don't know. Not sure, but that's what helped me. So, 隠されたアイテム, hidden item. を見つけ, find hidden items. This is an interesting little thing. It just says 見つけ. It doesn't say 見つける. It doesn't finish it. That's because that's just another way they can stop the thought right there and say like, okay, there's more. And then the more is nazo toite, nazo toku, solve a mystery. Nazo is mystery, puzzle. And then toku is, okay, thank you. Toku is to solve, work out, or answer. Nazo toite, and this is another example of the mitsuke onto something else. Nazo toite, koko kara dasshutsu shimashou. So solve mysteries and escape from this place. And escape. So this entire sentence, these two sentences together would be, you've been locked in a room with a key. For some reason, you've been locked in a room with a key. Find hidden items, solve mysteries or puzzles, and escape from this place. That's the first description of elements the game. Oh, one last thing. Dasshutsu shimashou. That means to escape. And that is pretty important, and I don't know why I forgot that, but that's the name of this series of games. Room escape game, or this genre rather. Dasshutsu game. Escape game is literally what that says. Dasshutsu game. Dasshutsu series. It's a series. Mini Dasshutsu. The little mini game. So, as we go through this, if I continue it, we'll see Dasshutsu a lot. Well, I guess I'll stop there. It was probably not as good as it could have been, but I guess it's something.